to the stormy weather impacting tens of millions of Americans from coast to coast. Tonight, there's no relief from the dangerous conditions in Northern California and the Pacific Northwest, while the drought-stricken Northeast is getting much-needed rain and snow. CBS News meteorologist Marciano is tracking it all.
Relentless rain pummeling Northern California, turning the normally sunny state into a soggy mess. Streets are flooded, roads are closed, and highways are backed up as 911 calls are on the rise.
On the fire side, they saw about a 25% increase over the past 2 days.
In the city of Eureka, we rode along with Police Commander Leonard LaFrance.
So what kind of calls have you been getting since this storm?
We're seeing issues with roadways, the trees that are down in the roadway or debris in the roadway.
Oh, there's all pieces of the roof that came flying off with that wind.
That is the roof.
Just north in Arcata, powerful winds from the bomb cyclone tore the roof off this popular community center. David Regan and other volunteers laid down makeshift tarps to prevent more water from getting inside.
Like, we always think it's going to happen to somebody else and we feel bad about it, and then suddenly happens to you.
It's tough, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot to absorb.
Everything was just flying.
In western Washington, crews are still removing trees that fell on top of homes brought down by the high winds.
And we watched this come through the kitchen, right at us.
And on the East Coast, rain in New York City, a welcome sight, just days after a drought warning was declared for the first time in over 20 years. And following weeks of wildfires, New Jersey has now lifted its statewide fire restrictions after a night of much-needed rain.
Finally, the Northeast will take every drop they can get. Here in the West, we're waiting for this water hose to turn off. It's lighting up a little bit now, but this river behind me continues to rise. Another 12 feet coming tonight. That will put it in major flood stage, has some residents scrambling. All right, the satellite and radar hasn't changed much from last night. That AR, the atmospheric river, continues to be pointed right in this area from here down to Santa Rosa. That's where the heaviest rain is. That's where they have a flood warning out right now. And that comma shape that you see, that's our next cyclone that's likely going to bomb out like the last one. Though not as strong, it will intensify the winds, and it's saturated already, the ground is, so we'll probably see more in the way of trees coming down and more in the way of rain. 5 to 6 inches or more of rainfall coming, 1 to 4 feet at the higher elevations of snow. Speaking of snow, that rain now in the Northeast is now snow in parts of Indiana and Cincinnati, up through Pennsylvania and upstate New York, central New York, anywhere from, say, 2 to as much as 12 inches of snow, depending on your elevation. So from snow to rain, both coasts look a lot different now than they did just a couple of weeks ago. Norah?
Great reporting, Marciano. Thank you so much.